Welcome, you guys. Thanks for jumping on our team call. It is a late start, so let's hustle. I wanted to just do some quick recognition of Success Club. Heather Aiello is kicking butt with 16 points, and John Fuji has 10, Lindsay 6, Kara 6, Jen Fuji 6, Judy Coughlin 6, Bobby 6, and Jake is at 5, and then there's a few that are so close to hitting 5, and you have one more day. Brian and Amira has one more day, and Rachel, and then some of the 3s, you can do it too. Anyway, so congratulations, keep pushing. There's still 24 hours, and without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Jen for the remainder of the call. Feel free to be interactive and feel free to mute.
Hi, everybody. Great to see everybody. Brian, I thought you weren't going to make it. Yay, kudos to you. Okay, so I can't break tradition. I try, but I'm going to start tonight with the quote. It's a Martin Luther King Jr. quote. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. And I thought that quote was great because tonight's team call is about the YBY, Your Best You, that we started as a team in January. And that quote is all about just moving forward. And the whole concept of the YBY is that regardless of where you are in your business, whether you're a seasoned coach, a veteran coach.
It's all over Gabe.
What was that, Ellen?
I think that, I don't know, let me just mute. Let me mute. Oh, not able to mute.
That's okay. So I want to talk about the YBY. We created the YBY, Your Best You, in January. It was Your Best You, and it was our challenge group as a team, as in Team Play Hard, anybody a part of Team Play Hard, and that's the entirety of the downline, 300 plus coaches now, that we would come together as a team to do this challenge group. And I wanted to recap it a little bit because since January, Ellen and I were running the numbers today, and we've added somewhere in the realm of close to 50 new coaches in our downline since we did the original YBY. The YBY challenge group, the whole point of it was to bring our two teams, Team Play Hard and Team Inspired Fitness, which I'm a part of Team Play Hard, but all of us together. All of the coaches had a role. Jen Embers led up the 21-day fix portion. Emily did a lot of the work. I did a lot of the work. Alan was a part of it. And then the individual coaches in that group kept track of their individual challengers. And it was a big thing because at the time we'd never done anything like this. My personal goal was to have over 100 challengers, and we ended up with like 120. It was a huge success. I thought that we thought the leaders of it did a great job of keeping control of the group and not having it be chaotic. One of the reasons that we started the YBY was, as in business, business runs on quarters. Every quarter, there's 4 quarters to a business. Our first YBY quarter was January, and now we're going to start our second in April. And it's a platform for us as coaches, for our business, for the entire year. Out of the YBY came new coaches such as, on this call, Lindsay Christensen. She was a YBY challenger, and she launched her new business as a Beachbody coach with 70, I know we always say this, 70 gajillion challenge club points, 50 something, whatever. Anyway, but Lindsay is a product of the YBY, and I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing that we have that coach as a part of the YBY. That's just one of the amazing things that came out of it. The other point of the YBY is that for us as coaches, we have a platform to go off of for the rest of the year, such as smaller challenge groups. We have a platform to farm new coaches out of, to take customers and keep them engaged and do new things. So I wanted to recap a little because we do have so many new coaches a part of our downline that the next YBY is coming up, and we're going to launch that on Monday, April 27th. So this is where you want to write that down, Monday, April 27th. The theme of it is Spring Forward into Fitness. And really, if I had to sum up the goal of the YBY outside of what it is for you guys as coaches and your challengers and potential challengers, that as coaches, whether you're on this call or you're listening to this call, wherever you are in your business, whether you're a veteran coach or you're a brand new coach who has yet to run their own challenge group, this is a huge opportunity for you to launch your business, for you to re-engage with your business, for you to pump new blood into your business. You cannot go wrong with this challenge group, let alone challenge groups in any to begin with. I have a lot of coaches that haven't done a challenge group yet. They've joined our team but haven't run their own challenge group, as I'm sure Lindsay does and Ellen does. I'm sure Christina Mick has some coaches on her team that have yet to run their own challenge group. And this is a great opportunity because challenge groups are kind of intimidating for new coaches who don't know what they're doing and they want to get involved. And we as veteran coaches get to do a lot of the legwork for them and get our coaches involved and new challengers. So Monday, April 27th is the YBY Spring Forward into Fitness. Last week's National Wake Up Call was Alyssa Shoemaker. It was amazing. One of the reasons I liked it so much is that it made Ellen and I realize that as a team, we're really ahead of the curve. She talked a lot about how she ran her challenge groups and some things that we already do. She started right away by saying that she felt her team was special because they actually did challenge groups together. And I was like, wait, we're special too. So I thought that was so great. I mean, here's this woman on the National Wake Up Call saying that her team is special because they work together, and we already do that. She talked about how it didn't matter whose challenger it was. Everybody took care of everybody, and we already do that. There were some things that she talked about that I thought we could thread into the next YBY. Things like, they do things like each day has its own theme, like Motivational Monday, Tasty Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Funky Friday, things like that, that I thought we could thread into.
Fix your hair.
That I thought we could thread into the next YBY. The other thing that came out of that National Wake Up Call for the YBY, the one change that we wanted to make was the last YBY was 60 days. We're going to make this YBY 30 days. And there's a reason for that. One, I don't know about you guys, but the only time I've ever had people say, oh my God, wait, this is ending, is on a 30-day challenge group. I've never had that response on 60 days, except for Bill Firth in the last YBY who didn't want to leave, and I still think that he's posting. Love him. But 30 days is great because we get a full 21-day cycle and then some. We get the first 4 weeks of the Max Insanity. And then as individual coaches, you can then take your Max Insanities and take them into the second round. You can work your own marketing around that if you want to. So we're going to do this YBY 30 days, not 60, 30. And we're going to do it like we did the last one, 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme, and the Max Insanity. The last YBY, it was myself, Jen, and Emily who did a lot of the head coaching, or as I like to say, head bitch work. But we have a lot of new coaches, and so we'll make a post in Team Play Hard for those of you who want to be more involved. It'd be great to get some of the new coaches more involved under the veteran coaches. That would be awesome. So if you have a desire to be really involved, step forward.
And you ready to step up?
Is Ember still on this call, Ellen? Oh yeah, okay. You're so dark, Jen. God, you're like gothic.
Sorry, I'm muting my audio. Yeah, she's in the dark.
Okay, so one of the things that they talked about in last week's Wake Up Call, which I thought was awesome that we could incorporate, and it's super Jen Embers, is that each coach had their own challengers, and they posted a document in the group that they added to the files where each challenger was under the coach, And then it just kind of helped the flow of the group and made these mini groups within the big group. So Ellen and I thought that was perfect for Jen. What else? So it's going to start April 27th.
What?
And the other thing I just wanted to end on, because that's just a lot of logistical work as far as the YBY, is that, starting in January was when Ellen and I really started to put together the flow of our teamwork, such as the first Monday.
Fuji.
Yeah.
When are you starting this?
Monday, April 27th. So that gives us over 3 weeks of inviting time.
So you delayed
You
it.
delayed it 3 weeks?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are you sad? No, he muted me. He must be sad. So we delayed the original start date of April 6th because we have so many new coaches, and also because our existing coaches and veteran coaches are in the middle of running their own challenge groups, that everyone who wanted to be involved felt that they needed more inviting time. And because we're not going to do a 60-day, there's no need to rush the invite. So Monday, April 27th, so that'll leave us to but the last thing I wanted to say about the YBY is this, that April is really the first month that as a team, we're going to see all of the work that Ellen and I have put in and our teams have put in into the every Monday start something, such as the first Monday, we have the new coach challenge group. The second Monday, we have the business presentation. The third Monday, we have the sneak peek. Starts every third Monday. You can drop new coaches or potential new coaches into our sneak peek that we just got done running. And then last Monday, the fourth Monday of the month, we start new coach training. So in April, you guys are going to see a full month of all of those things having come together. And Ellen and I are super excited about that because we've done each one. But April will really be the first month where you see week after week those implemented. So the goal of it, as I started the call with that Martin Luther King quote, is that regardless of where you are and where your coaches are, our goal as team leaders is that you always have some place to go and you always have some place to put your new coaches. That being said, if you don't want to be a part of the YBY and you don't want to put your coaches in our new coach training, like I know Christina Mick, bless her heart, she ran her own new coach training. She didn't put any coaches in our new coach training, which is fine. She's doing it on her own, which is awesome. We just want you guys to have the opportunity where if you're not ready, like Christina Mick is ready where she is on her coach path, she's ready to run her own coach training, which is awesome. But if you're not ready, you have someplace to put your coaches. So April is a great month for Team Play Hard. It's really amazing. So I want to open it up to questions and comments. Like Lindsay, you were a YBYer. Do you have any comments on the next YBY? Jen, do you have any comments? Go.
I don't think so. No, I think it's a good idea. I'm excited for something to get people up since March was kind of tough. So I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of promotions are out there and what we can get started. And I think that a few weeks away is a good idea. So
yeah,
I'll be putting people in there, hopefully.
Yeah. Embers, Eminem.
Yes.
Do you have any comments?
I don't. I think it's a good opportunity for new coaches who aren't feeling ready to do a challenge group. I just feel like it's a great way.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure some of you do, but Ellen and I were in our back offices today messing around with the e-cards. Who of you use your e-cards in your online office? Of course you do, Jen. Brian, you do? And Lindsay, you do? Does anybody else?
I have used them.
Yeah, I do every week.
They're amazing. They're amazing. It's super easy. I love how you can dilute if you want to just do customers, you could just do coaches. Anyway, it's great to invite your past challengers.
I don't know how
amazing they really are.
Why?
I mean,
just
just wait and see how many responses you get. It's just like reaching out
the other way.
It's
Their
a
tool, but
a lot of these
customers you get, they don't respond.
Danielle, you do one every week?
Yeah, I do one every Thursday.
That's awesome, I think. Do you do it to your customers or what?
Yeah, to my customers and my coaches, because all of my coaches are discount coaches. So it keeps them updated on what's new. And it's actually made my sales go up. I've been doing it for about 2 months, and I noticed that more customers are buying products from me.
I just had sort of forgotten about it, and when I looked today at some of what I liked is the graphics, and so like there was a graphic on the on-demand fitness that I think I am not going to send as an e-card necessarily, but I definitely am screenshot it, and with an app I can put my link on it, and then I'm going to I don't know why the echo is so bad tonight, but the graphics. I'm going to steal the graphics if nothing else, and I think they're nice.
I sent out a bunch of emails.
Encouraging to hear Danielle's.
What?
So that's encouraging.
It's encouraging to hear Danny what she has to say.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
that's
say,
luck.
when Ellen and I were playing around with the e-cards tonight, can you mute? I think it's the multiple people.
I can mute. I think I can try to mute and then unmute yourself when you want to talk, you guys.
Oh, that was better. So I sent out some e-cards tonight, and I did the just as like playing around with it, and I just forgot we had it. We have so many tools, and I just forget. I sent out about the new Shakeology sampler, and I got 2 new sales out of it immediately. I don't think that's normal, but I got a great response from it. I mean, I sent out 15, I got 2 new sales out of it right away. Yeah. So I think too, like, you know, it's such a, we constantly are inviting, and we get no, or we get silence all the time. But that's just part of what we do, you know? I mean, we can't do what we do with a expectation of a response, because the expectation should be nothing. We should honestly expect nothing, because we do what we do because we're Beachbody coaches. This is what we do. So if we only did what we did for a response, you know, Heather's laughing. It's like, who's on first? Anyway, I mean, clearly we don't do what we do for a response. However, out of all the 500 no's we get, once in a while we get that great yes, and that makes all that legwork worth it. So
I want to just say that, like, one downside that I had when I sent an e-card out after the on-demand came out, and 3 of my customers then changed their status to do not contact.
yeah.
So I just thought that was a bummer.
Right. That sucks. But then, you know, those are customers. That's not why you're in it. You know what? Then that's not why you do it. So it's like, well, fine. I don't want to waste my energy on you anyway. So thank you. Thank you for letting me know that I do not need to waste my energy on you, because I can give my energy to people who care and who want to listen. So thank you for being forthright.
Yeah.
That's how I would look at it.
Okay.
That's a blessing. Thank God. You could have spent months of energy on that person, and they let you know what? It's okay. Forget about me. Sweet.
I have a do not contact on mine from Kara. And I know she'll listen to the replay and she'll laugh, but I do. Kara, you have a do not contact from me.
That's awesome.
Isn't that funny? I think it was unintentional.
Well,
Dude,
that was an
I knew that was an option. I would do that.
That's
I didn't know we could.
Yeah.
But dialing it back around, you know.
Tell Ellen do not contact us.
Yeah, you can opt out.
But that doesn't mean you can opt out from our personal videos. Sorry, there's no opting out. You're sucked in for life, dude. You know, but Brian brings up a really good point because, and Bobby's not in this call, but I know he'll listen. When he came on as a new coach, he was really intimidated by the YBY, and him coming in at the end, he was like, oh my God, that's crazy. I don't know if I'd want to be a part of that. But now that he's a coach for a while and he's experienced what is the silence sometimes of a personal challenge group, he can't wait for the YBY to start because so much of what we do is returned with silence. That's the greatness of the YBY is it's loud and people are engaging and people really get a full throttle experience of support and energy. So I think it's a gift to us as coaches to finally have people responding and to get people like Lindsay Christensen out of them as tough. So that's it. This was more of a logistic call of the dates, and go forth and invite to the April 27th Spring Forward into Fitness. Ellen and I will create the group, and then as we go forward, we'll figure out who's leading what and who's going to be the big voice of the 21-day and the big voice of the Max Insanity. And if you have any interest, whether you're on this call or listening, please talk to Ellen and I, and we'll figure it out.
Can I take a moment to just recap? So first of all, this will take me less than 2 minutes. I wanted to thank Jen for leading the call and spearheading it for me. And so I just thought I would just quickly do the broad strokes of it and just first say, because we do have new coaches and hopefully they will listen to this recording. If you're not familiar what YBY, if you've never, ever heard that before or seen it posted, it's an acronym for Your Best You. And it is something that we coined at the beginning of the year, Your Best You, to sort of theme this team challenge group. And like Jen mentioned, it's a very progressive idea that, like we heard on the National Wake Up Call, hopefully you listened, a couple weeks ago with that Alyssa coach. It was such a good call that she kind of thought she had stumbled upon something very new and progressive and exciting. And it was really awesome to be like, well, yeah, we're doing that too on our team. So I think that we're doing so many things intrinsically and instinctively right and have a lot of good momentum. I also like that she highlighted the fact that it is also, you know, like I mentioned on the team call about you don't need permission. You just like Christina Mick decided to do her own new coach training. You know, you guys absolutely can do that. Remember, you want to have your roots be rooted to this larger team here that you have, but also grow your own branches. So that's going to manifest itself differently with each of you. With Christina, she's rooted. Look, she's on these calls. It's later there. This is a commitment and a sacrifice for her. She's giving back. She's being rooted to this team, but she's also decided to grow her own branches with her. Remember, I showed you guys the emails she's doing to her team. She does things differently, and that's exciting and wonderful, and it's a mark of a great leader. So also, it is good to run a challenge on your own. So I would encourage you to also do that. You know, take part of the bigger one that's here for you, but also do one on your own. And then I do think that it's good to end a challenge group after a month. I think it's good to end while it's exciting. And the example I wanted to just leave you with is, because I know, of course, it's an instructing analogy, but sometimes I have a great playlist for cycle and or I've been in a class where the instructor, if it's not me, someone else, and they go too long. They go too long and then people want to leave. And it's better to finish early and leave them hungry than to have them get to that point where they're like bored or like they're losing some excitement. So same thing with our challenge groups. After a month, cut them off. Be like, hey, moving on, you get me for a month. So that's that. April 27th is a perfect, it gives you, we bump that back so that we would all have the appropriate amount of time to invite. 3 weeks is a good window of time to get your inviting out. If you're new and you've never invited to a challenge group and you need help with how to do that, reach up to your upline or to one of us reach out to one of the diamonds on the team. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. I love all your bobbleheads.
Yeah, that was cute.
Ellen, are you done recording?
I'll stop it right now.